Oh wow, that's loud. We just finished Isle of Berk. It was an sorry, let's start from the beginning.
All right, so we are officially inside Epic Universe. So the main center part of the park, that land, is called Celestial Park. This whole park is built off the concept of the cosmos and the universe, and then these portals to these other worlds. All right, so the first place you enter when you walk into Epic Universe is Celestial Park. This is the main central hub of Epic Universe. Whether you come in from Helios Grand or whether you come in through the Chronos at the front of the park, this is the first place you hit. And Universal talked about wanting to put the park back in theme park. And so it's this big, huge open space with lots of greenery. And over here, back around the Helios Grand Hotel, is this massive fountain, which is almost like the Bellagio fountains. Like they have this whole fountain show at night. It's all lit up. It's absolutely stunning. And then around Celestial Park are the 4 portals to those different worlds, right? So this whole theme park is built off the concept of the cosmos and the universe with portals going to other worlds. Those other worlds are Isle of Berk, Super Nintendo World, Dark Universe, and Wizarding Paris and the Ministry of Magic. And so we are going to go explore all these portals today. We are so excited. This is, again, the first new theme park in Orlando in almost 30 years, and definitely in this millennium, and it is absolutely stunning. All right, so sticking to Celestial Park, the attractions here are Stardust Racers, which is a dual launch racing roller coaster, very reminiscent, built by the same architect as VelociCoaster, which is my favorite roller coaster in all of Orlando, maybe ever. And it's a dueling roller coaster. There's 2 roller coasters that are intertwining around each other, and apparently they are incredibly timed. Our friends that went on it said the person that was on the other car in the same row was directly above them when they were below them, and this like inverted twirl, which is super cool. There is Constellation Carousel, a celestial themed carousel with unique ride vehicles, and Astronomica, an interactive splash zone for all ages. For dining, this is where some of the sit-down dining is. There's Atlantic Seafood and Steakhouse, the Blue Dragon Pan-Asian Restaurant. Those both may require reservations. And then there's Meteor Astro Pub, which is casual dining with a cosmic twist. For shopping, we have the Other Worlds Mercantile, Souvenirs and Gifts, which is your main gift shop, and then Moonship Chocolates and Celestial Sweets, so a lovely confectionery. All right, so we are in Meteor Astro Pub. So this is the quick service here in Celestial Park. It's right outside Stardust Racers. So we popped in really quickly just to check it out. Another restaurant where you can scan on a QR code or mobile order and then put your table in, and they bring it right to your table. This is super convenient to not have to like go up to a counter, order, wait for the food. It's fantastic. So they have a spicy grilled chicken sandwich, an Astro Pub burger, a Big Bang burger, a vegan sausage and peppers, pub fries. They have non-alcoholic beverages, and it looks like they have a full bar and beers here as well. So this is a great option. There's also an outdoor bar outside that we're gonna go check out and get a beer, I think.
We are getting on Stardust Racers, and the wait time is only 20 minutes.
Yes!
It is amazing.
It will never be like this again.
It'll never be like, yes.
Going to enjoy it.
All right.
We're going to do green first. Green is apparently the more intense one, but we want to do hopefully both tracks today and tomorrow.
All right, so we just finished Stardust Racers. That coaster was incredible. Coasters is 2.
A dueling roller coaster. So there are 2 tracks, 2 trains. It is amazing.
It was incredible. I know it took us 20 minutes to get in the ride, not even 20.
It's that 20-minute wait time, but it was a walk-on.
Yeah, I don't think it'll ever be like that ever again. So I'm just going to savor it and probably do it 3 more times right now, back to back. Because, wow.
Yeah.
It's like a fancy version of VelociCoaster.
So yeah, so it's very similar to VelociCoaster in terms of feel. There's 2 coasters. Green is apparently a little more intense than yellow. We rode green. It was amazing. There's all these amazing interactions where you're like lined up with the other train. There is, spoiler alert, skip ahead for 30 seconds if you want. There is a double launch like VelociCoaster. That's amazing. Oh, it is a fantastic ride. Something that's interesting, so it's like the other Universal roller coasters where you have to put everything inside a locker and go through a metal detector. No phone, no wallet, nothing. But instead of having to scan your ticket, which can always be hard if you have let's say your pass on your phone, it takes your picture, and then you confirm that, and then when you go to the other side to get your stuff on the other side, when you exit, you like, it's like, is this you? And it like takes your picture again and confirms and open the locker. So you still remember where your locker was, kind of, but you didn't need to have like a physical ticket on you. So that was super easy, and I loved that. Yeah, it was amazing.
All right, so we are entering Paris.
Yes, so we're going through the portal right now, and so on the outside we're in Celestial Park, and we go through this tunnel that like really just physically and visually separates us, entering the world. There's these crazy curved screens, and now we are in a classic Parisian subway. This is so cool. We have the copper lanterns, and you don't have a visual of the actual land until you are fully through the portal, and then oh my
god,
wow.
That
Everybody
is so
has
crazy.
said the scale of this park is absolutely stunning. It's not forced perspective. It is actually massive. And oh my gosh, you can see Sacré-Cœur up on Montmartre. This is a classic Parisian street. This is absolutely stunning. Oh my gosh. I think this may take Diagon Alley down as one of the most immersive spaces I've ever been in a theme park.
Wow, this is insane.
Wow. All right. Café L'air de Sereine is to the left. This is the quick service option, which I think we're going to try out. It's supposed to be really good. I heard the French onion soup is delicious. Straight ahead is the Cirque Arcanus. So that's the show that is apparently fantastic. Not sure if it's open right now. So the whole concept of this land is that we're getting Wizarding Paris, which is essentially from the Fantastical Beasts franchise. And then you're going to go through the Flute Network to transport yourself to the British Ministry for the Battle of the Ministry. And I absolutely cannot wait to hopefully ride that ride. It's virtual queue right now, so we'll see if we get one. Wow. All right, we are at Café L'air de la Sereine. So this is the French sort of quick service option here in Wizarding Paris. It is absolutely stunning. I feel like I'm
so beautiful.
Literally in a Parisian cafe right now. They even have like the details of the like oxidized like joins of the mirrors that is like so classic of Parisian mirrored halls. It's absolutely stunning.
And the mirrors make this place look a lot bigger than
True.
it is.
Yeah, but it is also huge. I mean, these ceilings are at least, I don't know, at least 20, 30 feet high. Like, it's a big space. So you walk in, they ask for your party number, depending on how many seats are available. They seat you, and then you can order at the table through the app, and then they'll bring you to the table. So they have lots of great options. They have vinoiseries, so pastries, non-alcoholic beverages. You can get beer and wine as well. How about the food?
We got some croissants. We got some full meals. I saw giant plates of food being carried throughout here. They have some great sweets. They got like the butterbeer crepes, but they're out of it today. So.
Yes, everybody was like walking away and turning around because they really wanted butterbeer crepes. We got a cracked pepper turkey, apples, and brie sandwich on a baguette. That is coming with fries, and then apparently the French onion soup is delicious as well.
I'm excited for that.
They have a niçoise salad, a vegetarian cassoulet, beef bourguignon, provincial chicken. They have a citron crepe, which sounds amazing. They have steak au poivre, so pepper steak, and a quiche Lorraine. So lots of options. I think kind of classic French cafe options. So we'll let you know how the food is when it gets here.
All right. All right, so lunch was amazing.
It was really good.
I'm just going to start with the French onion soup. That thing was so good. It's probably one of my favorite ones I've ever had in my life. Not compared to,
Actual
France,
Paris,
but this was really good.
It was really good. And it came with a little side salad, which was actually delicious. It had like arugula, watercress. It was definitely not your normal theme park salad, well dressed. And then we got a baguette. It was a large baguette with cracked pepper turkey, apples, brie, like mustard, butter. It was very good. That also came with fries. And we got 3 beers. So I think each of the beers was $13, so that's $40. The whole total was like $62. So I think each of the Entrees were pretty reasonably priced, and a lot of food. It fed 3 of us, and that was like, I'm totally satisfied.
Yeah.
We also were able to apply our passholder discounts, which you can do right through the app. So one keynote that we did not realize, so we ordered from the table, so we thought it was going to come to the table, but then you actually have to hit I'm ready and put your table number in, and then they'll actually start preparing it. So pro tip, make sure you put your table number in once you're seated. You can also, I think, quick service or mobile order and pick it up from the window. But we're going to go explore Paris a little bit more because I cannot get over the scale of this park.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
crazy,
massive, and so beautiful. All right, so we are in Le Goblet Noir, which is another restaurant here in Wizarding Paris. It is super cool. It's like you're down in like a basement dungeon. Look, there's a Deathly Hallows little signal up there. So I think it's the same as the other restaurant where you can just go to a table, order, mobile order, and then say that what your table number is, and then be able to pick it up. But this is absolutely gorgeous and really huge. And inside in air conditions, this would be a great place to cool off during the day. Paris is absolutely stunning. The level of detail in every one of these shops, it is like Diagon Alley, but times 1,000. It is so beautifully well themed. They have tons of interactive wand areas. So let's talk about attractions here. The main attraction is Harry Potter and the Battle of the Ministry, which is a dark ride with immersive storytelling. It is virtual queue right now. We did not get a virtual queue at the 3 p.m. We're going to try it at 6, and then hopefully tomorrow we'll be able to get it. But apparently the ride is absolutely amazing. And then Le Cirque Arcanus, which is the live performance, including magical creatures. We're going to try to watch that today. We talked about dining already, so Café Vert de la Sirène and Le Goblet Noir. And then for shopping, they have a custom wand shop called Cosma Acajor Baguette. And then they have Les Galeries Mirifiques, which is the wizarding attire and accessories, as well as the exit from Ministry of Magic, where there's some very cute horror, like bomber jackets, which I may be going home with at some point when I come to visit this park. But you could spend hours in here just looking at all the detail. The scale of the buildings is so immersive and amazing. Level of detail, outstanding. This park is blowing me away. If you are looking to plan your next epic vacation, please reach out to us at magicalmustacheman.com to help you plan. We specialize in Disney, Universal, cruise lines, and all-inclusive resorts at no cost to you. Our concierge services will help you plan an absolutely fantastic vacation, so we hope you reach out to us.
All right, it is day 2 at Epic Universe. We are here before the actual crowd since we're staying at Helios, so the park is a little empty. Let's talk about last night.
All right, so we decided to put the camera away last night. This is the first time we're getting to experience a new theme park, and we wanted to be able to enjoy it a little bit without constantly trying to film content. So after Wizarding Paris, we went back to the hotel, dropped off our stuff, and then came back into the park to just like enjoy the park. We rode Stardust, which I did think we talked about last night, which was amazing.
Yes.
And then we went to Dark Universe, and we checked out Dark Universe. We rode Monsters Unchained because the wait time was like 25 minutes. The queue is amazing. The pre-shows were awesome. It was really, really cool. The ride itself, I will say, is, in terms of mechanics, a lot like the Hogwarts Castle ride in terms of kind of that cuckoo arm technology where you can move in all these different directions. What's different though is the track that you're in tells a much greater story than being kind of put into those little bubble screens. So you don't have that same like motion sickness feeling. There's none of those like virtual screens. So it's excellent. The technology is amazing. The animatronics blow your mind.
And also check this out. So this is the benefit of staying at a Helios hotel. So there's only 2 portals open that you can get in.
Only Nintendo's open from 10 to 11.
So this is a crowd trying to get in right now.
Yeah.
And if you're staying at Helios, you could just pop into Mario World.
Yeah, so these are people who have park entry but are not able to get in yet. So we're gonna go check out Nintendo right now because it's open.
Yeah. All right, we are entering Mario World.
Yes, we're taking the green tube. The portals are so cool. You know, they
Wow.
either have this combination of like LED screens that have these like cosmic, you know, portal feelings, so you're really transparent. But this one is the most impressive because you actually go up the tube, you can hear the Mario sound, and we're gonna walk into Peach's castle right now. It is so awesome. And then Nintendo World's organized pretty interesting. There's like 2 levels within Nintendo, and then Donkey Kong is separate.
Yeah, the Donkey Kong world is amazing, but this is just...
If you are a Mario 64 fan like I am, this is going to give you all the feels, all the nostalgia. It even has the little painting portals where you would enter the worlds. But now we are in a whole new world, Super Nintendo World.
Damn, that's so crazy.
Oh my god, this is so awesome.
All right, we're gonna go explore a little bit, and
Yeah.
we'll see in a bit. All right, we are inside Mario Motors, and I love this store. It just brings me to a video game. I feel like
Yeah.
I'm in a video game, but
It's awesome.
a merch shop. All right, so yesterday we rode Mario Kart
Madness,
I think, or
yeah. So we did go on Mario Kart last night because it was only like, instead of 45-minute wait, I think we were off the ride in like 19 minutes. So it was kind of a walk-on. I don't know why they put 45 minutes.
Yeah, it was way fast.
Yeah. What do you think?
It was so cool. So they bring you in, they make you wear these Mario hats, and you're like, what are these hats for?
Well, first of all, the queue is so cool. If you played Mario Kart at any point in your life, you were going to recognize all of these different rooms and scenes. It was so cool. Yeah, then you put on these like really adorable little Mario hats.
Yeah. And then afterwards, you get a visor put on before you get on the ride, which is attached to the cart. And then everything turns on. There's like holograms of...
Yeah, so it's an augmented reality like screen that is on the visor that like attaches to the hat that you're wearing. And so then you're like trying to like look at different things that you're shooting turtles at, either opponents or like other racers. And you can like hit the little cube, you know, to like get more of your...
I want to ride it again right now, but it is so long.
Yeah.
And
right now it's down, so it says replay, so they're holding people outside. But it is a really cool ride.
Yeah.
Definitely the best kind of augmented
it's
reality.
crazy. First of its kind, I think so.
Yeah. And they do have the ride, I believe, definitely in Japan, and I'm pretty sure they have it in LA as well. But it was cool. All right, so we are in Toadstool Cafe. This is the quick service dining here in Nintendo. So again, we're gonna have the ability to order online and then go right to a table and then have it brought to you. Looks like we have a super mushroom soup, a toadstool cheesy garlic knots, piranha plant caprese, superstar chicken salad, a burger, spaghetti and meatballs. So a little Italian and kind of classic American fare. But it is so cute in here. Look up at the ceiling, the portals.
Oh, that's
All the
so
little
cool.
toads. And then you can also see the like cooking game in the back where they're making your food. So super cute. Tons of space in here. Again, I'm really loving this mobile order and then bring it to your table that they're doing in each of these quick service places. And the food looks solid. We're definitely gonna try some stuff today. Not sure what we're gonna eat, but we'll see.
All right, so this is the second shop inside Nintendo World, which is the Winner Factory. This one's a little more immersive than the other one. It's like a lot of gears and...
I love this Bowser backpack.
Oh my god. That is so awesome.
I mean, the kid is good.
That is
coolest
hard.
kid in school.
That is hardy.
It's a turtle shell.
But this is such a cool store. It like gets you through a portal. All right, on to Donkey Kong World.
All right, so now we are entering Donkey Kong Country. So this is almost like two portals in one portal, because you have Super Nintendo World, which is so well themed, and then you go through another portal, and now you're back in Donkey Kong Country. And the music, the lush landscaping, everything changes. You totally feel like you're in another world.
Definitely different from Mario World for sure.
Totally different than Mario World. And they have like the airplane over here with the shop where you get stuff. They have the Kong like lettering up top. It is super cute. And so what is so exciting about Minecart Madness is the track was designed, so the track is actually underneath on the side. So when you're on the ride, it looks like you're jumping the track, just like you did in the game, right? So it looks like you're flying because it's attached almost to the side. So it's super cute. It looks a little bit on the shorter side, is what we've seen from other people who have ridden it. So it's not like going to be a crazy ride, but it's also very popular because of the IP. So right now it's at 120 minutes already, 2 hours. Park has been open for 30 minutes. It is not going to be included in Express Pass when the park opens, just like Battle of the Ministry. So this is going to be a very popular ride for a very long time, I suspect. But I think it's so pretty and cool back here. The ride vehicle looks super cute.
All right, so we just exit Mario World / Donkey Kong Country World. Both are amazing portals, amazing world.
Yeah, it is. It's fantastic. If you have childhood nostalgia of Nintendo, you will absolutely love it. I will say a couple things. One, it is designed that you go up an escalator and then it's like a bowl. So it's like a second story and then a lower story, and then you go back to Donkey Kong Country. That Nintendo World is going to be hot during the summer. There is very minimal shade. It is all synthetic surfaces reflecting heat, and there's no wind because you're like in this bowl. So just warning you, get there early in the morning, be prepared. It is going to be hot in there. It's already warm and it's only 10:40 and it's April. Let's see, other things, it is very stimulating. So if you get overstimulated easily, it is just a lot of like moving things and sound and ding, 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 ding. So, you know, I'm just like, for sensory people who have sensitivities, I would just be aware. It can be a lot. It's really easy to exit from the bottom area. Other thing for mobility issues, it's a lot of stairs. So you like take the escalator up and you have to take stairs down to go to the lower level. There are elevators, obviously, but just kind of know that there's going to be a little bit more of that. A lot of stairs also in Mario Kart, the line queue, because you went down to like get on the ride track and then you end up going up to get over it later.
A beautiful queue.
Yeah, I will say at night, we'll get some of this later, this world was glowing so beautifully. It was absolutely stunning. So I'm really excited to see it at night. We were just looking at it from the hotel last night and you could just see it like shining across the park. It was so cool.
All right, so this is the pre-line to get into Berk, and it looks like they might allow the hotel guests to enter first before the actual park guests. Look at that giant crowd over there.
It looks kind of crazy, but it's actually not that bad. It doesn't back up like all the way to the to the entrance. So it's obviously a lot of people in one place, but I would say it's not that far off from Road Drop at a Disney park. So next we're going into Berk. We, my friends, have dragons. That is the portal title. We went in here last night. I love this IP. I love these movies, and they did such a good job with the theming. The area is huge. Apparently, this is the biggest portal. Somebody said it's 15 acres. We rode Fire Drill last night, which we got absolutely soaked. It was super fun. It's a boat ride where you're basically like, instead of like shooting like virtual things like you would at like Astro Blasters or Mickey's or Woody's Roundup or whatever the Mania, you're shooting actual water cannons, but then they also spray you back. We're pretty sure you can spray other boats, which we want to try. But that was super fun, and we're going to try to ride Hiccup's gliders right now, which is the smaller themed roller coaster over here. We also got the mac and cheese crusty cones, which were so delicious. We got a pulled pork one and a regular cheddar one, goldfish, and those were fantastic. Those were actually probably our best snack yesterday. But yeah, and then we kind of saw off to the side the meet and greets for Toothless, and he looks so cute. I really want to meet him today. All right, we are in Isle of Berk. So there's an awesome play area here to the left that's like all netted and people can climb around. Jungle gym sort of area. And then the main central island has like all the little dragon houses. They're so cute. There's little dragons sticking out, including their tails.
So we are rushing.
We're trying to get back to Jacob's Gliders since the park just opened, because that can be a pretty popular ride, and we didn't get to ride it yesterday. There's also Grog and Gruel Hooligans. This is where you get the mac and cheese cones. So
amazing.
Good.
So good.
Absolutely have to try those. That's probably the snack of Berk.
100%.
To the left is Dragon Racers Rally. So this is where you get to ride on top of a dragon. It's kind of this cantilever arm system that floats around. Honestly, we didn't do it yesterday. I think it looks cool, but it doesn't feel unique because I feel like you could see that in any theme park. So we did not do that one.
All right, we just finished the ride. That was amazing. That was so cool.
Yeah.
It's like the universal version of Slinky Dog.
Yeah, I would say somewhere between Slinky Dog and Hagrid's Magic Motor Adventure. So this was Hiccup Spin Gliders. It's a themed story coaster. It's fantastic. There's some total surprise moments that I was not expecting. It goes pretty quick, but doesn't like really get crazy. It doesn't flip over, so it's definitely appropriate for smaller children. It's a good like workup coaster, maybe for something bigger. But it was really cute. So now we're gonna go inside the Mead Hall, which is the main quick service dining here in Isle of Berk. So let's go in. It is beautifully themed. It is inside the mountain of Berk. And it includes a lot of really great kind of Nordic-inspired dishes. So there's a bunch of things with salmon. There's a harvest salad with salmon. I saw a salmon sandwich. There is turkey wings, a grilled salmon, meatballs. So really great options. So again, same thing as before. Order online on the app, send it to your table. But inside here, we are inside of a Viking castle,
like dining hall.
And so all these huge columns, all this amazing like Nordic art with characters from the movie that you love. It's really beautiful in here, and it's dark and it's cool. So it's definitely gonna be a nice place to cool off.
And it's so empty right now.
Yeah.
So it's like
it's not always gonna be like that.
I mean,
but
maybe not. Yeah.
It at least is gonna be maybe a place to cool off when it's hotter.
Yeah.
So I think I want to go check out and see when the Untrainable Dragon show is. The show is supposed to be amazing, and also the building that it's in looks massive. So kind of like excited to see what this is all about. I think it starts at noon. It starts maybe 35 minutes, so we're gonna go see how that line looks.
All right, let's go. All right, so we actually went back inside just to get a nice cold beverage to get us through the day.
Yes.
And here is the beer hall. It is so cute.
Yeah. Also, you can quick service order and then just pick it up if you want to eat outside. You don't, the meat hall's packed. You don't want to like order it to a table.
All right, so we just tried the meatballs, and I gotta say, they are delicious. I love sweet meatballs with some jam.
Swedish meatballs.
Swedish, my bad, Swedish. They were so good. What do you rate them?
Yeah, they're excellent. I said they were better than IKEA. The boys said equal to IKEA. Either way, that's a good bar to meet. So there's Swedish meatballs with gravy, and then like a mashed vegetable that's kind of reminiscent of like mashed sweet potatoes, and then like a lingonberry jam. Really good. And then we did order some beers. We got the Stoics Ale, which is a wildflower honey white ale. I would say it's very reminiscent of like a classic Belgian white ale. It is not sweet because we were worried that the honey was gonna be like very like meaty, but it's not. There is a mead available, which makes sense because we're in Viking country in the mead hall.
Yeah.
But the Danish lager that we want to try was not available last night, and the keg wasn't available here today, which is fine.
Yeah.
You can order beer right to your table on the app as well. You don't actually have to go pick it up, which is pretty nice. They may just check IDs depending on how old you look. But yeah, this was a really good start to the day for food. So now we've eaten in Paris, and we ate now 2 meals in Berk. Yeah. We've had the mac and cheese and this, but hey, Berk is like pulling ahead in terms of theming. Super cute.
Yeah,
and,
absolutely.
So we still need to see the Untrainable Dragon show possibly, and I really want to meet Toothless if possible.
Yes, I want to do that for sure.
All right, we are wrapping up Isle of Berk. I absolutely love this land. It is so beautiful. It's so well themed. I feel like we're in a Viking village. The dinosaurs dragons are so cute. Dinosaurs, they're kind of like dinosaurs. We got a big snowy one behind us here at Spitfire Grills. This is the other quick service. So there's Grog and Gruel, Meat Hall, Spitfire. So a lot of food options here in Berk. Yeah. Fire drill was absolutely a blast yesterday. We got absolutely soaked. We've
wet.
not gone to the show yet, and Toothless is about a 90-minute wait, which I'm not willing to wait in the sun for 90 minutes to meet him. But he's adorable and super cute. You can see him as you're walking by, so you can definitely do it even without the straight up meet and greet. But I think it's time to go to the next part of this universe.
Monsters.
All right. All right, we are entering the spooky universe, the town of Darkmoor. So we are in Dark Universe, which is the fourth world. This includes tons of classic Universal IP. The Invisible Man,
Dracula.
Frankenstein, Dracula, the werewolf, the creature of the Black Lagoon. So it's a creepy village, but it is appropriate for kids. The concept is the monsters want you to come visit Darkmoor and see this. The highlight of the crowning jewel of the universe is Frankenstein Manor, which is ahead of us up here, and Monsters Unchained, the ride.
We rode Monsters Unchained yesterday, which was cool. It was a pretty cool story they were telling. The excitement was but the story was so good.
No, the ride is amazing. I think it is a ride necessarily that I don't know if I would want to ride over and over again. At the end of the day, like I said earlier, it's a four-person vehicle on a cuckoo arm that you're going through a storyboard, right? And so it gives me vibes of the Hogwarts castle with updated, imagery, animatronics. There's not those bubble screens that kind of give you motion sickness. But at the end of the day, it's not an innovative ride vehicle that everybody was talking about. To me, Stardust Racers still is the best ride. And it is a classic roller coaster. It gives what it needs to give, and it's so smooth and beautiful. Yeah. But the storytelling of this ride is amazing. The manor is beautiful. There's also Curse of the Werewolf, which is kind of like a rotating little coaster that we're going to try out later.
Right here.
And then we got a drink at the Burning Blade Tavern, which was super cute and well themed. Yeah. We got to see different characters. We saw Bride of Frankenstein. We saw Frankenstein. We saw the Invisible Man. We saw Igor, Mary Frankenstein's assistant, walking around. It's a really cool vibe, and I'm excited to come back later tonight when it's a little darker, because it definitely has some HHN vibes, Halloween Horror Night vibes that I think fill that part of the soul for all of us who love horror. And love HHN.
Yeah.
All right, so this is actually the front of the park. This is the main entrance. See Universal's Epic Universe and the large Chronos, which has each of the four portals for the worlds that are currently here. So you have Dark Universe, Isle of Berk, Mario, and Wizarding World Paris. So this is beautiful. Also, to the left is stroller rentals, and to the right is guest services, right when you first walk in. And then you enter into Celestial Park, which we talked a little bit about yesterday. Big open green space. Both to the right and the left, you have your shops, so Otherworld, Mercantile, and Sensorium Emporium. There is some quick service dining, as well as the Atlantic, which is one of the sit-down dining restaurants, in addition to Blue Dragon, which is towards the back by Helios Grand. Wow, the hotel also looks absolutely stunning.
That is so crazy.
From this entrance, and you can see the carousel off to the left. It is a really beautiful park, and as it grows in and these trees get bigger, there's going to be more shade. I will say it is a hot park right now. There is not a ton of shade, which is fine. It's expected for a brand new park. The greenery and the foliage is going to definitely come in, but it is a really beautiful, beautiful park. Wow, this is a big... This is almost like the Emporium at Magic Kingdom. This is awesome.
This is crazy.
This is beautiful.
This is bigger.
Honestly, I feel like the Isle of Berk merch is my favorite. It's so adorable. I mean, Nintendo is really good too. But there's just so many cute dragons. I want to take them all home.
I do love the dragons and the owls. I will be honest, I love the Mario stores a lot better. But there's so much merch here.
The werewolf shoes.
Oh my goodness, these would be perfect for the winter. Definitely not summer, Florida, and the mittens. Wow, these are so cute.
This is great. Oh my God, they have a backpack headwind. Yes. All right, we just saw Le Cirque Arcanus or Arcanu. It was absolutely fantastic.
So good.
So this is the show in Wizarding Paris. It is based off the Fantastical Beasts. there is like real magic. There is amazing effects. I absolutely wept at the end. It's so beautiful.
Yeah. I honestly thought that the pre-show was the whole show. That's how good it was. I was like, wait, this is over? I was like, no, it's like the actual show. I was like, wow, that's so crazy.
Yeah, so there's like the queue, and then you go into a pre-show where you like look like you're in a circus tent, and there's a pre-show there for maybe like 10 minutes with like amazing effects. Like that was great. And then you actually go into a seated theater, and
it is
the
so good.
Stage, the content, everything is absolutely fantastic. So
it's definitely worth the wait. You should
that's the best theme park show I've ever seen.
Yeah, you should definitely wait and see this one. This
Yeah.
is a must-do for sure.
Absolutely.
So this is it. The end of day 2 of Universal. Well, maybe just for this video. We might stay here a little longer.
Yeah, I mean, it's end of day 2, but many more to come for Epic Universe. So we have spent about... So we got in the park at 10 today until, let's say, 6 o'clock right now. So 6 hours yesterday, 6 hours today. So 12 hours in the park during a park pass holder preview. So let's put that into account.
The first 2 days, we pretty much saw Harry Potter. We saw pretty much the center of Celestial Park. Check out Helios Hotels because we stayed there the night before. So that was like a lot to do in 2 days. We wanted to get all the detailed stuff.
We did a lot more yesterday. So yesterday we checked in the hotel. We saw Wizarding Paris. We went to Dark Universe, rode Monsters Unchained.
Yes, we did.
Went to Nintendo, rode Mario, saw all of Nintendo. Went to Isle of Berk, rode Fire Drill, and then went back to Wizarding Paris. And we rode Stardust Racers twice.
Oh.
And went back to the hotel 3 times. That was all in 6 hours.
That was crazy.
Yeah. And then today, I think it just solidified a couple things. One, this park is absolutely a park of the modern age. It is 2025. The park feels fresh and new, and the technology is fresh and new, and that is amazing. It is absolutely stunning and gorgeous.
It is.
It needs time. It's going to grow in. The trees are going to fill in. It's going to feel more mature over time, but it is an absolute must-do if you are visiting Orlando because it's exceptional.
Yeah.
It is beautiful. The IP they chose to highlight in this park is wonderful. There is clearly room for more portals, both up between Paris and Berk, and also between Dark Universe and Nintendo. So I hope Oz and maybe Zelda. I'm throwing that out there.
That would be so
Who
cool
knows?
if they did.
We'll see. But there's definitely room. But this is an absolute must visit for Orlando. I would say the snacks are solid. We didn't get to do any sit-down dining.
Well, we kind of sit down in Harry Potter World. That was kind of like
that's quick service.
But that was crazy. That was great. Like scan in,
It was great. Yeah. So yeah, I think this has been an absolutely amazing 2 days. I'm glad we added on yesterday.
Yes.
I would say ideally, if you're trying to get the most out of this experience, once the park opens, it's going to be much busier. I would say 2 park days.
And
one stay at Helios. Ideally 1 night, maybe 2 nights to be able to fully enjoy the back and forth. So like today, we like went to the park for a while, and then we went back to the pool and sat by the pool for 2 hours and had a late lunch there.
Yeah.
That was great.
And they had showers for like those who stay 1 night, so you could just go there.
Yeah, so that was super convenient. Yeah. So I would say that's like ideal. If you can only do 1 day, you can absolutely see everything. Like walking wise, you're probably not gonna be able to ride everything. The 2 things we have not been able to ride that we wanted to, Donkey Kong
and Harry Potter.
Is, we're gonna check the wait. Harry Potter, the virtual queue opened at 3. We didn't get one. Maybe we'll get one at 6. I doubt we will. But we saw the queue. And so like the queue's going to be hours and the ride's going to be 5 minutes. So
we'll see.
We saw the majority of the time. But yeah, I'm so happy this park is open and ready for the public. And please reach out to us if we want help planning, because I feel like we've got a very good sense of what this park is about.
100%.